Detective Michael had always been gifted with a unique ability to communicate with spirits of the deceased. It was a skill that had helped him solve countless cases over the years. One day, Michael was called to investigate a murder that had taken place in a quiet neighborhood. As soon as he arrived at the scene, he could sense the presence of a restless spirit. Michael began his investigation, questioning witnesses and examining the evidence. But as he delved deeper into the case, he realized that the only person who could provide him with the answers he needed was the victim himself. So, he closed his eyes and reached out to the spirit, trying to establish a connection. To his surprise, the spirit responded immediately. The victim, a young woman named Emily, told Michael everything she could remember about the night of her murder. She described her attacker in detail and gave Michael several clues that would help him catch the killer. As Michael continued to investigate the case, he became increasingly obsessed with finding Emily's killer. He spent countless hours poring over evidence and chasing down leads, determined to bring justice to the victim. But the more he dug, the more he began to feel as though something was not quite right. Michael couldn't shake the feeling that he was somehow connected to the case in a way he couldn't quite understand. And then one day, he stumbled upon a piece of evidence that would change everything. It was a photo of Emily's body lying in the morgue, and as Michael looked at the photo, he realized with a shock that the body in the picture was his own. He had been the victim all along. Suddenly, everything made sense. The strange connection he had felt with Emily's spirit, the feeling of being drawn to the case, it was all because he was the victim. Michael had been killed and left to wander the earth as a restless spirit, desperate to find his own killer and bring them to justice. With this revelation, Michael's entire perspective shifted. He was no longer a detective investigating a case, but a victim seeking justice for his own murder. Using the clues Emily had given him, Michael pieced together the events leading up to his death, and eventually, he was able to identify his killer and bring them to justice. In the end, Michael was finally able to rest in peace, having found the closure and justice he had been seeking for so long. And though he was gone, his legacy as a brilliant detective and champion of the victims he had helped in life lived on, inspiring others to follow in his footsteps and continue the fight for justice.